Because, you know, for one thing about it and two things for certain, POF is actually showing me where my streamers payers dollars is going, and maybe still owe me a level 100 gift. I have been level 100, level 122 to be precise, for a year and a half, 2 years. And y'all still ain't sent me my stuff? It's been sitting in my inbox. Blow the dust off and send me my stuff. At least on the POF side, it's having its kinks, it's having its hiccups, but they said give them time. And with all of the projects that they have fulfilled and all of the duties that they said that they were going to come through, they've been delivering. So I'll be patient. Meet me. I've been patient enough. Hello, and welcome to Respectfully with your girl, Miss Pretty Young Thing. I am PYT, and let's get into it. Y'all, today is day 3 since the official divorce between the Meet Group and POF. We have officially parted ways from the company, and we have went about our ways to go do our own venture. And this is going to be a video just talking about the change, talking about people's reactions, talking about how I feel about it, talking about the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between. So I want to go ahead and start off by saying round of applause to POF for delivering. Because at the end of the day, I know when it comes to design, software, IT, what else? Human resources, customer service, everything, every department that they are dealing with in the midst of dealing with the millions of streamers that they're transferring over. They're doing their very best. They're very communicative, and they're on top of it. Listen, I can only give an A for effort when it comes to them making sure that they're curating the experience for everyone and making this as smooth as possible. So let's get into the details of it, shall we? So if y'all recall, our app was down on December 23rd, and they expected it to be down starting at 1 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. So me being on Eastern Standard Time, that would make 4 a.m. I stayed live. I stayed up. I was dead tired, but I wanted to be active until the very last second. So I want to say that my stream didn't shut down until about 5:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And when that happened, I took a nap. Okay. By the time I woke up from said nap, I want to say it was about 9:45, and it was still down. It showed a fish showing that it was working. It was under construction, which is perfectly fine. I expected it to be down for 12 hours, 6 hours, maybe even 4 hours. It was down for only like 3.5 hours. Because y'all, when I say less than 15 minutes later, before I even blinked, it was back up. Y'all, I've never seen such a crazy turnaround for such a big system shift. And when I say system shift, we got to remember the software that Meet was using is a whole different type of software from what POF is currently using. So I believe the name of Meet system is Chatbox. The system I was told that POF is currently using is called Azar. Feel free to do your research on those. I have not, to be quite honest, but when it looks like the look of it all together, it's giving TikTok-ish, it's giving Bigo-ish, it's giving what's the name of that other app? It's kind of sort of giving the flow of some of the apps that have been taking over the mainstream live stream community as of lately. Which means, what does that mean? POF is probably on the rise to become a mainstream live stream community. And what I mean by that is, I say this to people all the time. If I go outside right now and tell people, hi, I'm PYT and I'm a top badge on Meet, they don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But if POF is choosing the route to become mainstream. It means that my royal badge status that I currently hold on there will hold weight in the social media streets. So what does that mean? That means bigger platforms such as the YouTube, such as the TikToks, such as, all of those platforms, the Instagrams, when they see a royal badge, they will know what it is, especially if we have some of these other promotions that we're looking forward to, as far as the partnerships that they have promised us. I'm looking so forward to seeing what is beyond as far as this thing goes. But let's give a breakdown of the first 3 days in the meantime. So, of course, with the soft launch, we have new gifts. Everything is new. Everything is nice. Everything is shiny. The gifts are a bit too quick, but I know they're going to fix that hiccup, and I cannot wait for the new ones to come to our gift box. So, I took the time to actually dig, press buttons, go live, go to other people's live, and kind of sort of wait it out. I planned on putting this video up after day 1, but it only made sense for me to give POF a little bit of time. So today is day 3 since we have departed, and I want to give my take on everything as we go. Now, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know what the streets have been talking about. When I tell you the streets are going crazy, people are for it, people are against it, baby. And let's not forget this crazy fish of a gift that they decided to put. What shade? People are upset. Let's talk about some of the upsets for now, okay? So when it comes down to it, of course, there's a big difference between what we had over on Chatbox versus what we're working with the Azar system, what we had over on Meet Me, aka, and what we're working with Team POF. Now, if you are a person that doesn't like change, you might as well jump ship, because it's not going to be the exact same. They never promised it to be the exact same. What they said is it's going to be an easy transition, and it's something that they are looking forward to working with, some of the same attributes that we had before, so that we can have the same lovely experience that we had before, i.e. multi-box, i.e. versus. I am under the assumption that something of the form of a date box will be coming, whether or not it's chat box, whether or not it's a talk box, or whatever it may be called. It's not going to be called date box. Let's just be honest. So even with that, a lot of people were upset at the fact that we don't have a date box right now. Newsflash, be patient. It is a work in progress. Do you want the system to be down for 5 days? Or do you want them to slowly but surely pile things on us so that we can still make our money, stream, entertain, and give our content in the meantime? Respectfully, I'll take the latter, not the former. So, of course, Meet Me still has all of the functionalities that we know and love, such as verses, such as datebox, such as gestures, etc. But we got to put it into perspective. Back when the datebox was first introduced, it was only available in the United Kingdom, which means if you were in the United States, you literally had to change your location to UK just to use it. When functions such as battles, as well as the regular box were added, you needed headphones just to get rid of the loud echo that was behind it on Meet Me for weeks. And let's not forget the filters. Apparently, the filters had the app down from 2 to 6 weeks. Let's get into the display a little bit. Now, if you see how it's set up right now, you'll see your viewers at the top. It actually shows your active viewers instead of the list of people that have come in and out of your stream. It shows your status up top. The gem features are different. I am no longer emerald. Now I am a pink diamond. And as far as the metrics of where you can go to get in and out of the leaderboards and things of that nature, it is now can be found on the same screen rather than having to scroll down or click on the plus sign at the bottom of the screen. I feel like it's innovative. I feel like it's easy to read once you figure out where everything is. And I feel like it's a plus. Right now, people are dogging the fact that we cannot scroll down and use multifunction features. I feel like that's on the way. At the end of the day, you're supposed to be paying attention to your stream and not what everybody else got going on anyway. The grass ain't always greener on the other side. Focus on your people. I love the fact that we still have our verses available. I love the fact that, we still have random verses available. I love the fact that it actually goes straight into the next verse if you do not pay attention to be able to, click in before the cooldown. I like all that. When it comes down to the verse part, I think they basically got it down pat. There's a couple hiccups as far as lagging out. For some reason, I'm pixelated anytime I go into a verses. Whenever you press the cooldown button, it automatically shifts you off to your stream instead of like, you know, waiting out a little cooldown period. So it's kind of like banging the phone on somebody. And I think that's kind of funny, but I'm assuming that that's a hiccup as well. It has its kinks, but it's a good start. Now, the current format is cute, but we need a couple of upgrades. Right now, everything is on top of each other, but in these examples, you could see the chat is clearly shown and away from everyone's faces on the multi-box. This could also be a good way for them to display the total amount of viewers compared to the active viewers. The viewership bubble is kind of irrelevant to have at the top of the stream, and it's covering up my name. If these were to be moved out of the way and the display shown clearly, that would be a good fit, and the viewership shown elsewhere. Now, as far as the active viewership, it's really interesting to me that people aren't taking to it as good as I thought they would. So basically right now, when it comes to the circles that we used to have, only top badges could see every single person that is in their stream. If you weren't a top badge, you can basically click the little chat section that used to be there when we were on the Meet Me side, and it would tell you whether or not how many males were in there or how many females based on your profile and whether or not you were interested in males or females. Now, active viewers are the ones that are capitalized within the streams. I've seen so many mixed reviews, but a lot of the people do not like it. And I feel like they were so used to being able to see all of their viewers. Now, I would prefer both ways. I would like to see who's been filtering in and out and active viewers at the same time. But in the meantime, I feel like it's a good practice to be able to see active viewers over other ones, because it allows you to be able to continue flowing and personalizing your content with the people that are currently in the stream. I feel like it was like a little delusional to sit here with 500 views when nobody of the 500 views are sitting in front of you. So then that's what encourages you to do what? To live hop. That's what encourages you to do what? Go to do something else. Text on your phone. Fall asleep in your chair because you have nobody to talk to and you don't know what to do about it. Now, at least I can look up and say, hey, there's one person in here. Let me carry a conversation with that one person until somebody else walks in. I feel like it's to each his own, but then at the same token, I feel like if you are a true content professional, you can work with anything that is thrown in front of you. And that is, honestly, it can be juggled. It's not one of the biggest issues that we have on the app right now. A big issue that I feel like we have on the app right now is the size of that font. POF. Listen, this eye is straining, okay? This eye is twitching, okay? This is my good eye. This is my grandma eye. I am struggling. So when we were over at the Meet Me side, I always streamed from my iPad mini. Why? Because the font is bigger. I can pay attention to the comments. I can pay attention to my stream. I can see whoever's in the box. Everything is open and in front and center. Okay, I used to stream from my phone, but I switched over to the iPad when I discovered how big and majestic the font was. Now it's the opposite effect. I get bigger fonts on my little device as opposed to smaller fonts on my big device. I feel like there's a big sizing issue when it comes to that, and I would hope that that gets taken care of as soon as possible. That is a freaking state of emergency. We are all grown. Our eyes are all old. Listen, POF, help me, help me, please. Fix that font. Now, what I do like as far as the design goes, when you go to POF, it has the same POF color flow, fonts. The theme is giving plenty of fish. And if you go over to BOK, you see the same flow. The colors are giving BOK, the style. It's like it's fit within the same realm, but it makes sure it curates each and every individual according to the app that it has. And honestly, I think that's super dope. So for example, I went ahead and created a BLK just so that I can check to see what it looks like on the other side. There's even color coordinated verses when it comes to that. And I think that that's a beautiful experience because each and every individual app has its own feel. That's dope. Another adjustment that we've been having to make as of recently is we don't have any filters. The world has gone blood clot mad, okay? So many people are going crazy over these lack of filters. Y'all be patient. They are coming. If you don't feel like putting on makeup, ladies, honestly, use that new filter that we have and put it on audio mode. Give a quick ASMR. Do what you can do to make sure that the show still goes on. Okay? I feel like filters isn't the end of the world. And honestly, listen, brush your teeth and your teeth will be whiter. Clean your face and your face will be clearer. I just feel like I'm not pressed by it. Now, I'm not saying that, everybody should feel how I'm feeling, but I feel like there's other issues that's going on that are more important for us to take care of. For example, let's talk about Payoneer. Now, everybody knows we no longer are in contract with PayPal. We are using Payoneer. Now, these guidelines had people tripping the heck out, okay? So if you look at the guidelines that we had as far as Payoneer goes, it clearly states that it can take up to 15 business days in order for the payments to go through. I feel like people forgot how to speak English. Up to 15 days, meaning it is guaranteed a shorter amount, but it will be no longer than 15 days. So what does that mean? That tells me in my head that if someone were to call fraud, it can take up to 15 days. That tells me in my head that a new streamer that follows all of the guidelines that are in the conditions in order to do your cash outs will take up to 15 days to get their first cash out. A person like me who has status that has rolled over, I ain't gotta wait that long. And the proof is in the pudding. Big shout out to Royal Badge partner Jill with a G, who put in her cash out on Wednesday and received it Thursday morning. Y'all, in order to get your money, you have to set it up. Make sure that you make your account with Payoneer. Make sure that you add your bank account information. Make sure that you add all the information to properly file your taxes. Make sure that you go on the other side and connect your Payoneer account with your POF, BLK, and respective Chispa accounts. Make sure that when your bank drops off the 5 cents, 3 cents, whatever cents that they drop off, that you verify that amount so that you go through all of the steps to have a set up account. Once you do that, I promise you, you will have a Jill with a G experience. I actually dropped off my 2 cents to my Wells Fargo this morning and verified it. So I am expecting to get my cash out sometime between today and tomorrow. I will give y'all a heads up as soon as I do. Now, a couple of different things on the experience that I'm looking forward to is unlimited skips, y'all. Oh my God, POF. I tried to do my battles the other day and I went into the random section and was running into a couple people that we was just testing it out. So I was just trying to skip and I seen at the bottom that it said I had 5 out of 7 skips available left. Huh? I don't speak that language, okay? I have had unlimited skips for 3 years now. I demand my unlimited skips back. Also, something that I was looking forward to since last year, I want subscriptions, POF. That is a big section that I feel like we are missing out on. And I feel like if we go ahead and hurry up and take advantage of, being able to get people through the door and do subscriptions, the world of being able to give them those exclusive circumstances is a little more vast than, secluded when it comes to it. Because I feel like since we have more to offer on this side, there's going to be so much more that we can do. And with that being said, I think that, shout out to Meet Me for having those subscriptions and being on top of that. But if you recall, the Meet Me experience when it comes to subscriptions, what is it? Like a chat, and that's it. And I don't know how true it is, but I heard through the grapevine that if somebody subscribes on Meet Me, that the streamer only sees the 1K one time as far as the 1K that they get per subscriptions. And the next month, they don't get anything. If that is true, Meet Me, stop playing. And if it isn't true, then y'all better get y'all things up, because that's the only sort of some form of residual income that you can truly get as a live streamer right now with what both apps have to offer. So I would love for POF to get on top of it. I want subscriptions. People are ready to subscribe to me. Let's get it together. Let's get into it. Y'all told us January, please. I want subscriptions. Now, one thing that I can definitely say that I am looking forward to, y'all, 2 words: custom cash outs, okay? Y'all, when I went into the app and I went ahead to push through my first cash outs, and I saw that they matched my thing dollar for dollar and penny for penny, there's gonna be no more I gotta wait for 80K. There's gonna be no more I don't have enough, so I'm just gonna convert what I got and keep on going. No, I can cash out every single amount so long as it's between 80,000 diamonds and 600K. First of all, 600K, $1,500, $500 more than what we are used to. I could get used to that. On top of the fact that when I was looking through the conversions, those conversions are beautiful. Coming from the land of conversions that we just came from, it is a big plus. Before, we were used to them taking a good 60% chunk out, depending on what your ranking was. Now, everyone has an opportunity to get cheaper conversions, and I am here for it. All in all, as far as my experience goes, if I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would probably give it a 7 out of 10. Why? Because at the end of the day, I am still being patient with all of the hiccups that's going on. I'm loving the new look, and I'm trying my best to adapt to what it is that we are working with. And I'm looking forward to everything else that POF said was on the table. POF, round of applause for me. Now, let's get into the tea of the situation, because the streets have gone mad, like I said before. Meet Me is bananas, okay? Did y'all see that they dropped a Buy Fishiana gift? Y'all, let me sit back in this chair real quick, because I've never seen Meet Me so pressed in my entire life. And it's crazy to me, because at the last rundown that I actually showed in my Surviving Meet Me series, Jim B jumped in the box and said that they had a great experience with POF, that everything was great, that they're so used to people coming and going, so they weren't surprised when they didn't re-sign the contract. That's fine and dandy. But if so many people have come and go, can we please give me a list or show me screenshots of other times that a company has gone and you have curated a custom gift for their departure? You man. It's giving pressed. It's giving pressed. I don't see no bye-bye Tumbliana. I didn't see no bye-bye OK Cupidiana. I didn't see no bye-bye BLKiana. I didn't see no bye-bye Chispiana. But POF is goodbye Fishiana. Y'all are pressed. Y'all are pressed. And don't act like y'all don't miss us either. I was rolling through the Meet Me streets because I am a top badge on that side as well. And y'all are looking very dry. The views are not viewsing. The diamonds are not diamondsing. Speaking of diamonds, it looks like PYT has taken over the leaderboards. It's so crazy with the process of switching over, because POF looks the same way as far as, since they're physically placing a copy paste for the numbers, it looks like I'm number 1 for the week. And that thing is hilarious to me, because even if you scroll down, you'll see every person that I'm like multimillionaire on their board, they are leading in the weeklies right now. And it's such a funny experience. It's something that I told everyone that was going to happen, because I've seen it happen before. But it's just a fun experience to kind of sort of see with my own 2 eyes, because it's kind of like me saying, y'all, I ain't going nowhere. Okay, if tell a friend to tell a friend, she's back. Like, it was so funny to me, but it was so dope to see how quick it was for the status matching to happen on both sides. So for example, I see that POF was able to curate an experience where it was expedited for some of the Meet Me top badges as well. Also, I saw a couple people from Kick as well as BLK able to status match without a hitch. So it's looking like the status matches are going, and we can look forward to that within the next few days, that everyone will be where they're supposed to be, copied and pasted on whichever platform they choose to be on. Let's continue with the tea though. So other than that, we already know POF promised us double diamonds starting 2 days ago all the way until February 29th. That's fine and dandy. The hiccup with that is we don't have our packages yet. POF, I'm tired of looking on your website and seeing these meet me numbers. I think that should have been the first things resolved, especially since on the rollout day was the first day of the incentive. A lot of people are not buying their packages because of that. And I feel like the numbers could have been numbering, but they're not, because I want to see these new numbers. I personally have only swiped for a $25 package because I don't see the new numbers as of yet. So the quicker that happens, I feel like the quicker we can skedaddle, quicker we can see these dragons, quicker that we can get these golden jets in our face and everything else that they have for us. On the other side though, why is it, like I'm telling you, I feel like Meet Me is pressed because I don't understand how all of a sudden they're promising 3D graphics as well.
The new features that Meet Me are marketing as incentives are actually your 40 acres and a mule. This is nothing new. This is everything that we have been asking for from previous years and years.
Y'all been in the game how long? Y'all never had 3D gifts? All of a sudden you want to stunt? I thought that was wild, crazy, yo. So by Fishiana and 3D gifts, like it's giving Jim B got his bonnet on in the bed with his press on nails, checking the other side to see what we got going on and telling Chris Casper to go live right after. I love me some Chris Casper, and I know it's just his job, no tea, no shade, but goddamn, to go live on a Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to roll out all of these benefits is crazy to me. Out of all my days, I don't think I've ever seen Chris Casper up at that time of night on a day that's not his featured show to roll out some stuff. And for Livewire to have announced that they're doing a daily breakdown of everything that's going on, and all of a sudden Meet Me, it's giving copycat on so many different levels. I feel like everybody knows what I'm talking about when I say that the level of pettiness is real. The level of anything you can do, I can do better. It's freaking real and it's bananas. But what I will say is this. I love the fact that they're in competition. I love the fact that they're doing their best to try to meet the guidelines for their people so that they can make sure that they push through. It's giving presidential debate a little bit, because even with that, while Meet Me is giving buy one, get 100K packages, so we giving buy one, get one, and y'all doing buy one, get one. Okay, cool. Got it. On top of that, they're promising some gifts that were tucked in the archives to come back out. Now, the people were extremely excited about that, but me personally, it's just sickening to me that Meet Me continues to bring out the same old gifts over and over and over and over and over again. I'm so tired of seeing the same dragon in a different outfit every season and every holiday. Like, yo, I have seen a Christmas version of that dragon. I have seen a 3D pop-up picture book version of that dragon. I have seen the regular 2D version of that dragon. That dragon have come in so many different colors. The ice dragon is also the boss dragon with a tan. Like, they're recycling. So for them to sit here and be like, oh my God, y'all, we're bringing back the money gift. First of all, if you are an OG on the app, you know what the money gift is. They've been asked for that. All of a sudden POF leaves and now you want to bring it back because they know they want to hold their, you know, upper echelon top badges, the OGs of the app, the ones that have been along the journey, the ones that had my yearbooks. They're trying to hold them steady. That's the only reason that they did that. Be that as it may, it's one of those things where it's just like, instead of giving them new incentives, they're giving old. Now, what I will say is this. They did say that they're giving the top badge wheel. But respectfully, we've been asking for a top badge wheel since 2021.
And respectfully, it's a VIP wheel.
So instead of giving a you asked, we delivered type of feel to it, it's more so let's hurry up and give them what they want so that they don't leave. You get what I'm saying? Now, on the flip side, they talking all they trash, saying that the Azar system that POF is working with ain't all that. It's a bootleg TikTok. I've seen so many different, like, crazy type of situations, which is perfectly fine. I know POF is taking good notes of all of the constructive criticism, and they're working with what they got and going with the flow. But then at the same token, like, I'd rather see where my money is going with POF, seeing all the changes on a regular basis, seeing that they're giving all of this progress because of the questions, comments, concerns, and complaints of their people. And you can still tap somebody on the shoulder on Meet Me Ask and ask them to name you 3 admins, and they cannot. Who you know besides Chris Casper? All of a sudden, when we split, all of the admins that we haven't seen for the past 2 years want to go crazy in these streets throwing jets. POF ain't new to this. We true to this. I know all my admins, and every time I put up a post on Instagram, I am able to tag them in it. They are able to post it back. If I send an email, I know who I'm talking to. Like, I feel like what y'all doing has already been done by the POF side, and that's crazy. Oh my God, before I forget, I can't believe that they have the audacity to roll out the chocolate bar with 2 million diamonds and say that that is an incentive. Let's compare real quick. On POF, we currently have the diamond for diamond matching incentive, meaning royal badges are already included, but if you are a non-royal badge, you have to make at least 1 million diamonds before February 29th. A lot of people were groaning and moaning and groaning, but that gives you 5 weeks to make 1 million diamonds or more. If you have a royal badge application in, you are already supposed to be doing that. So I don't want to hear it from y'all. But then at the same token, if you think statistically, 100% of POF people have a 100% chance of getting that done. All you have to do is go live, give your content, and hope for the best. On the contrary, when it comes to that chocolate bar, please, what are the chances that 100% of the people can get a 2 million diamond chocolate bar?
How many buy one, get one 100K packages do you have to buy to achieve that?
I can't wait to see y'all faces when Marty Party puts his screen recording on Instagram. I can't wait to see how y'all feeling when the Shars and the Waldos, shout out to both of them, are getting them, and everybody else is going live, buying those 100K packs, getting one free, sending 1 million chocolate bars just to not hit anything. Is that really an incentive? No. Y'all need to really use y'all brains. I'm not dogging Meet Me at all, but then at the same token, the tit for tat that they're doing with the Buy Fish Leisha and the sneak dissing and everything like that is what got me to a point in time where it's just like, y'all going low, I'm gonna go low too. It's petty, it's crazy, it's stupid. But then at the same token, it's business. They see that we react with emotion first. So the first thing that they are going to make sure that they do is tap into your emotion. Okay, go ahead. Buy the 100K pack. Listen, add me on Instagram, Miss Pretty Young Thing Live. Send me a screenshot of every 2 million chocolate bar that y'all hit. And I promise I will eat my words. I will eat my words. I promise I will. Now let's get into the back and forth of the people. The streets have gone mad. So many people are not happy with the change. So many people are not acclimating. So many people are not acclimating with the change. And honestly, I can understand. Change is crazy. This is your place of business. This is how a lot of people pay their bills. They want to be comfortable on this journey, and they're not comfortable right now. But what I urge everybody to do, which I've been telling everyone to do, status match. It makes more sense to keep your status on any platform that you can, whether or not it's Scout / Meet Me / whoever the hell else they have going on, or POF Chispa and BLK. Oh, and tagged over there as well. Like, I feel like it makes more sense to have one foot in the door and one foot on the outside to be able to make sure that you have a fallout plan, to make sure that you have your seatbelt on, to make sure that you have a parachute strapped to your back, so that and the mode of being patient with everything that Match Group is trying to roll out for us via POF is moving as smoothly and quickly as possible. You still have a place to go to feel like home. Like status match, y'all. It's not too late to get it done. Do it. Fill out the paperwork, fill out the forms, see if you can get it done. You might be at the back of the line because they've been said to hurry up and do it, but come on, y'all. No streamers left behind. Make sure that you status match. I feel like a lot of people have been sitting like, I don't like Payoneer. Payoneer is crazy. You have to put your information in, social, blah, 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 blah. Don't you have to put your social in for PayPal? I know I did. I know they definitely sent me my forms January to make sure that I paid my taxes. But I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of weird for people to say that, because it's one of those things to me that any place of business wants to make sure that you get all of your forms in, so that you can make sure that you clock in your money, so that you can make sure that you put in your receipts, make sure that you get your taxable write-offs to the correct place that you're supposed to get it to. So for everybody to be complaining about that, how old are we? Do you not pay your taxes? Like, I'm mad confused when it comes to that. I ain't gonna hold you. I really feel like on this journey, people just gotta be a little more patient and do what they gotta do. Now, I know, like I said before, I keep saying this, but it is scary. It's scary for me too. Don't think that I'm sitting here 10 toes down and I'm not afraid, okay? But one thing about me, my loyalty stands, and it's with POF. I'm gonna make sure that I do what I gotta do to keep up with all of the updates that's happening. I'm gonna make sure that I keep checking my cash out so that I can let y'all know when that thing hits. I'm gonna keep making sure that all of the buttons and kinks and everything are played with and documented, so that anytime that an admin comes into my stream, sends me an email or a DM, I can give them the proper rundown of how I feel as far as the direction that they're going in. And honestly, like I said before, I have a level of over 100, and I've been putting in money since my first day on this platform, and this is the most that I've seen as far as my money being put to work for the entirety of me being a live streamer for the past 4 years. And I give them a round of applause. It's an A for effort. I see the direction that they're going in. I see the vision. I'm here for it. I'm locked in. Like I said before, if you're feeling a little shaky, duplicate. Listen, both apps are giving you an opportunity to duplicate. Double dip. Speaking of which, like, you can just go and do auctions, run it up on both sides, do what it is that you need to do in order to feel as comfortable as possible. I made sure that I duplicated. Why? Because at the end of the day, I'm on so many people's boards. I'm so many people's number ones. I'm an avid supporter on that app. Like, I feel like it's extremely important to make sure that you are locked in. You put in good money and aided the Meet Group to be what it is today, right? So double down on that. A lot of us have been a part of the Meet Group at the same time that POF has been around. So you've been affected by this change on behalf of that, right? So you've been affected by them moving over, right? So go visit your people over there. I feel like the transition is how I said before. It's the same as Meet Me/tagged. If you want to visit your tag people, make a tagged account. So if you're on Meet Me and you want to visit your POF people, why not? If you're on POF and you want to visit your Meet Me people, why not? I feel like the divide that is forming between the two is unnecessary, and we should all be rooting for each other. But hey, what do I know? I definitely feel like the rollout week is interesting, to say the least. But shout out to everybody that has been making sure that they're in it to win it, making sure that, you know, they're down for their side. If the other side is crazy to me on both sides, but at the same token, stand up for the side that you are standing on. And if you are on both, please, please, please make sure that you duplicate, make sure that you duplicate, make sure that you duplicate. Get your money's worth. You are staring at Royal Badge PYT and Top Badge PYT. I put in good amount of money to be able to hold both statuses, and I will hold both statuses for as long as I can. If one of them falls off, it's okay to me, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that all of the numbers that I have put in are in lights, and they are, and I'm in the top 30, okay? So basically, all in all of the negative feedback that POF has been getting is the lack of filters, the small fonts, the glitchiness, Payoneer taking up to 14 days, depending on your status, which we debunked today. The lack of a date box, the lack of unlimited skips if you have some sort of status, amongst a couple other different things, like you can't live hop, you can't scroll down on your screen and multitask in the meantime. The pros of it, we definitely can use audio mode. All of the people that have trending boosts are actually visible now. The status matching process has already begun, so please be on the lookout. On both sides, everyone has jumped up on the leaderboard, so shout out to everybody in your new statuses. And honestly, it's a no line, no wait for the updates. Like I said before, we were gone for less than 4 hours and we were back with a whole new circumstance. So I am looking forward to all of the rollouts on a regular basis. Every morning I'm opening the app and I'm playing with it and seeing what the new feng shuis are. And I encourage y'all to do the same. This is only the update that I'm giving you for the past 3 days that have passed by, and we're going to see how it keeps going. So of course we have some of the first auctions that are going to be rolling out, some of the first royales, some of the first featured shows, etc. So we still have to see with our own 2 eyes how everything's going to work out as a whole, and honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I'm also looking forward to seeing how things can applicate to people who are going to be streaming on both sides, which one they're going to be taking advantage of staying on and spending the most time on, which is probably going to be whichever one that they have their most integrated status on. For example, POF for me, but for a Meet Me streamer, probably Meet Me for them. Also, for one of the updates on the POF side, we have missions. Y'all, it's super dope for us to be able to have missions, because it's one of those things where it's like challenges with a twist. Your people can actually give you your own challenges. Imagine how fun it could be for you to do silly stuff in order to get your challenges complete. I know the first challenge that I was able to complete was Caesar telling me to smile, and as soon as I smiled, it was a challenge complete. I think that's super dope. I'm loving all of the new things that are kind of sort of rolling over in that aspect as well. So like I said before, this is day 3 for everything that is rolling out. I'm definitely looking forward to continuing to updating y'all on a regular basis. I didn't want to do day 1 or day 2 because I wanted to kind of sort of get everything figured out, especially when it comes to the cash outs, especially when it came to the glitches, and especially when it came to the duplicating of the accounts. But now that we kind of sort of see which direction that is rolling in, I hope that you enjoy this video. Please, I want y'all to be able to share this with your friends. Let me know what you think about the updates yourself. Go ahead and tell us in the comments what you like, what you don't like. Go ahead and like this video. And of course, subscribe to PYT TV respectfully.